Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, news on top of news today, as far as the Madeline Soto case and Stephan Streans. Today, earlier, I did a story about how he didn't appear in court today and what could be the possible cause of why he didn't show up. And one of the things I had spoke about, or I thought I mentioned, that I might not have mentioned, is the reason why he didn't go to court is because they may have other charges they're going to put on him for his first official day in court, such as murder. Now, in breaking news, since I made that story this morning, they just had a press conference out there in Florida, and the grand jury, they went to the grand jury, and they're going to charge Stephan Streans with first-degree murder. Now, I just got them watching the press conference a little bit earlier, and they said a couple of things that I wanted to go over today. And a couple of things, they said a whole lot of nothing, again, like we talked about the last time I did one of these videos where they had the press conference with Chief of Police. But they said some things that, a lot of people were thinking about. First thing was this. In fact, before I even get into that, let me just get in this part. The trial date was set for May 13th. It was supposed to be a quick, speedy rush to trial. They backed that off and pushed it back to August 14th now, with a pre-trial date of July 10th of this year. So now, with that out the way, this is what they said. It says Stephan Streans is indicted on charges of first-degree murder in relation to the death of Madeline Soto. So now, in addition to them 60 charges he had, with all that stuff in his phone, you can add first-degree murder to those charges, which all of us was wondering when it was going to come, because it was going to come eventually. I was sure of it. Second thing they said is, and this is something that a lot of people were wondering, the death penalty is to be decided, said in the next forthcoming date. They said because they have committees and people that go back and look at cases and decide whether they're going to be a death penalty case. So they couldn't answer that today. It says pending what his lawyer, says after he gets the discovery, he should be in the court the next day or two. Now, until his discovery, and it takes a while for them to make this discovery, until the discovery, him and the lawyer go over the discovery, it won't be available to the public. When he says, okay, he wants to do participation of discovery, meaning he wants to have the discovery out, then it'll become public record. And that's when all this information that they do have that everybody's asking about, like, what the mom said, the conflicting stories, what he did, behind the scenes, and new details come out. It'll come out in the discovery. But all of that depends on when the attorney and him go over it, and then it becomes public record. But I mean, as far as the news, they're putting first-degree murder charge, they're adding that to the 60 other charges this guy got. And he got an uphill battle to climb. There's no way he gets out of this. Think about it, just going back to the timeline of what happened. She celebrated her birthday, dead the next day. The mom told lies, said she saw her getting dressed for school, which I don't believe. This girl is dead. He the last person with her. He drove around with a dead body, dumped her off in a field somewhere, got a flat tire near the place where he dumped the body. They got him on camera, getting rid of her cell phone, her book bag, in the same apartment complex, throwing it in the dumpster where he lives. This guy looks stupid. It's no way he can explain trying to erase that she was ever even in your existence on that day and convince a jury that you didn't do nothing to her. That's like me coming into this studio room I got, and cleaning everything up, and then, saying I wasn't the one that did it, but I got caught with the broom in my hand, and this video of me coming in here and cleaning up. Makes no sense. I don't know why the justice system plays with cases like this. Now, another thing they're waiting for is the toxicology report. They're also waiting for the autopsy report. A lot of people are saying different things. We don't know if they're true or not. And until those two things come out, which the toxicology report most likely would take the longest, we'll never know, and we'll never. I mean, they have things they're not telling us in this case. They are. Let's just keep it real. They have stuff they're not going to tell the public. They're not going to share with the public because they don't want it out here. When they announced all this stuff, they had the district attorney get on there, and he said this is an ongoing investigation. They asked about the mom, of course. What part does she play? Is she in? But they said it's still an ongoing investigation. Press conference was basically to tell everybody we're charging him with first-degree murder, and he's going to go to trial. That's another one of the charges, in addition to the 60. That's all the press conference was basically about. The second part of the press conference was basically them saying, we can't give you those answers. Like they did in that other press conference I did, but it was a waste of time. So basically, it was just saying that, hey, he's up on first-degree murder, and that's it. And he should be. He should be. I mean, for a girl to be 13 years old and then have endured as much as she had, it makes no sense. Why? And that's all we can be left with. Why would you do that? My thing is this. If anything with the mother, keeping it real, you didn't see any changes in your child, let alone the changes in the relationship and the interaction between Madeline Soto and Stephan Streans. Did you work that much that you didn't even pay attention? Because it sounds crazy. How much attention was you paying your daughter? Where you don't see subtle changes in her behavior around the presence of this man that was violating her. That's my big thing with the mom. Now, it might be a chance, y'all, hear me out, that she didn't know. She could be so wrapped up in work and catering to this man that she been neglecting Madeline Soto for a while. And I'm going to tell you something. Some of these predators and selfish men like this, that's a lot of their MO. They fight for attention between the child and themselves by acting childish. And then once they see, like I told you, there are people out here that will lean on you until you have a breaking point. And the more submissive you are or non-confrontational, the more aggressive and intruding they are. Whether it's in your feelings or just, your everyday life, or them wanting to control you. I think this is a perfect example of that. I think this guy right here competed with the mom for the attention of the girl, but he didn't want the loving attention. He wanted the attention of her being focused on him for control. Think about it. She never went and looked at it for a kid. She let a man that wasn't even a father go and look for her baby. Oh, you stay right here. I'll run out there. And then he going out there and with his eyes and ears open to make sure he don't get caught. Then he gonna get on TV and cry crocodile tears like he really cared and he was the one that did it the whole time. I wonder how Jennifer feel now, knowing that the man that killed her child was in the house acting like he didn't do it. I wonder what she would have did then, if anything. But that's the news, man. And hopefully August 19th, the trial starts. Depending on the Tyree Nichols trial going to Memphis, like I promised you guys, if this is early enough, I might jump on this and make a trip down there. I might not stay for the whole trial, but I don't think it's going to last that long anyway. But I mean, just to give you guys some coverage, man, I'm thinking about that. You guys think that'd be a good idea? Let me know, and I'll talk with Tony and see if I can put some things in order to make that happen. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Justice for Madeline Soto. I'm out.